Okay guys, today we got into our first accident. We were the first car, like our car.
There was a camper van slow down. We
Yeah.
slowed down. The car behind us slowed down as well. But the car behind it literally rushed into this car and then crushed
Yeah.
these two cars. So the worst case scenario has finally happened. We had an accident. Not any type of accident, it's a pretty serious accident in northern Finland. But to tell you more, we need to rewind a little bit. At the end of the last video, we were going to our Airbnb. That was a hell of a great Airbnb with sauna, great decoration. We had a great time there. We cooked, totally relaxed, and ready to move on. We went to Oulu. It was one of the largest cities in northern Finland. The weather was great. I could see that people were so happy that day because of the weather. It's so rare in northern Finland. And we were just walking around the city, and around sunset we decided to drive south. It was a Friday afternoon. There were a lot of traffic. People were all leaving Oulu, either going to the mountains or somewhere. I remember there was this camper van driving in front of me, and it slowed down really quickly. So I pressed the brake. The next thing I know, there was an accident.
Okay guys, today we got into our first accident. We were the first car, like our car.
There was a camper van slow down. We slowed down. The car behind us slowed down as well. But the car behind it literally rushed into this car and then crushed these two cars.
This is ambulance. Nobody really get injured, but they have to check everybody. This is like what we don't expect at all.
But I was thinking about the sun.
Yeah, it's because we were driving this way and the sun is like so bright, so it's blocking everything. Apparently,
it was a typical rear-end accident, 3 cars involved. Our car was the first car, and then there's the second and the third. Basically, the third car crashed onto the second, and the second car crashed onto us. The moment I realized there was a collision, I was shocked because I was looking at the rear mirror. I saw the airbag pop from one of the cars. I was like, oh no, this is serious. So we all stopped our car, stepped out. The first thing was to check if everybody was okay. Was there anybody injured? Some other driver has already called the ambulance. The cops are on the way, so we were all waiting. Both me and Lyra were really worried about the situation. We didn't know what we had to do. We didn't know what was going to happen. The ambulances arrived 3 minutes later. The paramedics led us into the ambulance. They checked our vitals. Everything was fine at the moment, and they advised us to go to the hospital to do a further check. We had a quick discussion, and me and Lyra decided not to go to the hospital with them. And because we had a very tight travel itinerary, we decided to continue with our trip. And then I had to talk to the police officer to deal with the insurance process. Apparently, our car was registered in France. The insurance process was a little bit different. And basically, it's very simple in Finland. You just need to call the insurance company and tell them the car plate number of the driver who's responsible. And then they will tell you the following process. You don't need to do any paperwork on the spot. So the police officer, this gentleman from Oulu police station, was really helpful, answered all the questions we had, and promised to send us the police report as soon as possible.
Okay guys, you won't believe what happened. We just got in a car accident and actually our car like got injured. I don't know, we have these dangling things. We don't really know what to do with it. We don't really know what exactly it is. And police came. We're not responsible. They are the driver responsible for this, but we're not sure how to drive, if we even can drive with this or not really.
Yeah, something definitely broke.
Let's duct tape them
Yeah, of course.
and see what we if we can drive. And our car started to make some weird
Because
sound.
of it. No, because it was like this when we're driving.
Oh, okay.
Which is why it makes this sound. I'm sure
Okay.
it's gonna be okay. Yeah, I think it's the sensor. So out of everything, this is the least important, and at least our trunk is still working.
Well, it's
So weird. It's still working. Weirdly
yeah.
enough. And
So we're fixing our car with duct tape. Not like fixing, we're just trying to glue the particles that fell down so our car could drive and doesn't make any sound and don't have more damage. We're not sure what to do with this hole. We think maybe we will duct tape it too. The rain won't come in. I don't know. Yeah. Well, we try our best, but we don't have duct tape anymore. It's done, so yeah, it's ugly, but at least something. Here we have hole too. We found one more little duct tape, so maybe we'll try to cover it. We don't know how important this thing, but we don't want water and rain getting. Okay, so almost
we did
done.
it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you did a good job fixing this stuff. They
I
are
hope-
sort of secure.
I hope they won't fall.
We did a preliminary fix on the roadside right after the accident, and then we drove on, find a quiet parking spot, and decided to camp there because both of us were very exhausted that day.
Okay, guys, our accident happened on Friday,
Yep.
and today we're trying to somehow fix this hole. We put a plastic bottle here, so this is plastic bottle with duct tape, everything, and we try to make sure the water don't go in. I don't know. There was those electric wires, and we rub them because we're not sure if the water will go there, but it will damage our car, electric system or no. We have no idea. So yeah.
We'll have to contact the insurance company in Finland later on. The process wasn't easy. I remember calling the insurance company and waiting in line for like 30-40 minutes until an agent picked up the phone. It was a very stressful process because we didn't know what we were dealing with. We didn't know what this would mean to us, how to fix the car, how to claim the compensation, and it was totally new to us. And we didn't know whether we'll be able to sell the car if we wanted to, and the damage and everything. So we were very desperate at that point. This accident was one of the biggest challenges for our trip so far, and it just comes with a lot of uncertainties. You don't know how to deal with this issue. Everything was new, and you're constantly stressed out. A couple of weeks later, we received the compensation from the insurance company, and everything was fine again. I guess the lesson learned is that you always worry about the worst case scenario, but 99% of the time, the worst case scenario won't really happen, and when it really happens, you can't really expect it. So at the end of the day, everything was alright. It was a blessing in disguise, and we fixed the problem, continued our journey. That was hell of a experience.